terms of foundations of digital marketing, we are going to look at what it takes to actually make you succeed. And first, we are going to look at understanding digital marketing. And as an overview, in terms of definition, we are looking at digital marketing. It encompasses all marketing efforts that you use that use an electronic device or internet. That's everything to do with digital marketing. When we were getting started on digital marketing, I remember some people even asking for whether I do signages, because that's part of digital marketing because they're using electronic devices. So digital marketing is wide. It's not just about using internet, it's also using other devices. And businesses leverage digital channels such as search engines, social media, email, website, to connect either their current customers or their prospective customers. The importance of this is that there is a major shift that is happening from traditional to digital media. And with digital marketing, you have the ability to reach global audience. And digital marketing is more cost effective than traditional marketing methods. So it's very, very important that you rush on to this digital marketing. Now, there are so many people who fear creating content, reaching out on digital platform, because there is also this thing that you don't control exactly the reactions that people are going to have, and people are going to give you feedback straight or live on air. You're going to get those that feedback, and sometimes it's not good feedback, and some people are just malicious. They would come and start giving you very bad feedback, and those are some of the things and reasons that people give when they don't want to use social media. And they are valid because those sometimes those attacks can be very, very damaging and demoralizing. So all these things are understandable. So the key digital marketing channels are probably search engine optimization, and this is how you use to drive sales. When you are looking at this, you look at how do you use these channels to actually drive sales. There is one that is search engine optimization, and search engines such as Google has really changed. Now there is what they are calling search generative optimization, and voice searches that are happening. So the AI is being incorporated in all these platforms. So it's very, very important. I usually say AI is coming here to level the playing field. It's easier now for you to create content that you want to create, to do research, to understand, and easy now to do all those things. Whenever you are doing search engine optimization, it's easy for you to go ahead. If you have done any research, probably you've done a survey, you can use AI to understand that data and write a very, very good article about it, And you can even ask AI to write those type of articles, as long as it has the necessary data. So you could do your research, get data, ask the AI to analyze it, and then write a very good search engine optimized article using AI. So an optimized website increases organic traffic and visibility, leading to more sales. One of the major things that you can do for your business is for it to rank at the top of search engine results. If you are ranking high, you're going to capture very, very potential customers who are searching for solutions, And if you have any solution, let's say you've written a really good article, and on that article you're offering solutions, practical solutions that people can click on and go ahead and buy, you're going to get major results in terms of sales, because everything that you do online should be geared towards helping you sales, And it's very, very easy for you to create content that doesn't give you sales, content that's going to go viral but doesn't give you sales. So it's always very important that you understand your customers, and you're going to look at understanding your customers creating your customer persona on this, still on this live, right? The next channel that you can use is pay-per-click, the PPC advertising. You can use Google Ads for that. And for Google Ads, the best thing is that target keywords that people are using to search for specific solutions online, and you can target those keywords such that when people search, you are able to appear. Right now, Google has changed the way they are delivering the ads, so your ads can appear to the most relevant organic search results. They can appear there, and people will be clicking on your ad as they search for solutions. So PPC is something that is working. I know people, when you try to do it, sometimes you might get burned in terms of losing money, if you don't have a good strategy for it. Because what these platforms want you to do is to actually create the easiest types of campaigns. So right now, the best performing campaigns are usually the Performance Max campaign on Google Ads. But for you to be able to use that campaign, you need to have data. You need to have enough data on your ad account so that the AI and the machine, the algorithm you've trained your account to actually go for the looking for. And this is the reason why I usually say sales. Always go for sales. Go for leads if it's leads you're looking for. Because once you're able to gather that data in your ad account, you'll be able to drive sales later on with that information. Sometimes people are looking to go for traffic, engagement, and that type of results when you. But remember that your ad account is learning. You are giving it information, and once that's the type of traffic or KPIs that you're looking at, it will tend to give you more of that. And the traffic, people who are engaging, people who are interested in your content are not necessarily people who are buying, people who can buy from you. So it's very important that you go for those people who are able to buy, who are interested in buying your product, as opposed to those people who are not. Even when you create your organic content and it's going viral, be sure that as people purchase, you're able to track that those people, who those people are. So probably it's very, very important for you to incorporate something like a website. Send people to a website where they can buy, and then use tracking pixels such as Google Analytics or Facebook Pixel to track the people who are buying from you. And from that information, you'll be able to look to use ads to more people who are more likely to purchase from you. That's the best way of using pay-per-click advertising. The next thing is content creation, content marketing. This is one of the major things that is happening currently. This is where you use organic content to build your brand, build trust, and get sales. This involves creating valuable content that attracts and retains a clearly defined customer, builds brand loyalty, and also drives sales. Now, it's very, very easy for you to get caught in that wheel of content creation, because once you create a piece of content that is going viral, you will tend to create more of that content. But is that content generating you the sale that you're looking at? Once you have understood which content is generating you sales, keep doing that type of content. There is also place for content that is engaging, content that builds trust, with your customers. But I've seen business pages with huge following, and they are not generating any sales from that following. So it's very, very important to understand that the people who you attract to like your page, to follow you, let those people be people that are actually your customers. So there is no need of creating content that builds a huge following but no sales, especially when you're starting out. when you're starting out, you want sales. Any business that cannot generate sales, especially when they are starting out, they are bound to fail. So make sure you concentrate on sales at first. And then once you get those few customers, then you're able to, you're able now to work around content creation, other pieces of content that build trust, that build, loyalty, and all those other things. And you build that, you build trust and you build loyalty by serving people. You build that by serving people. So it's very, very important that you put more effort in serving people. If I buy something from you, don't keep it for long. Contact people who are buying stuff from you or who have paid you. Because once a person pays and they are not seeing any response from your end, the next thing they think about is, have I been scammed, right? So it's very, very important that you look at your customer service after they buy, and that's how you're going to build your brand. The next thing that you're looking at there is your social media marketing. Now, you can use social media platforms to engage with customers, build brand loyalty, and also drive sales. In terms of social media marketing, you want to look at how you're doing your content creation and also how you're using paid advertising to drive for your business or to capture those leads, and this is very, very important. Having a huge good following is very, very good because it gives you credibility online. If you're claiming to do something and people come to your page and it's only you and probably two other people who will like your page, they are probably not going to buy. But if you're running ads, it's very easy for people to buy if you are offering something that they really need, even without going back to your page, checking it out. People will buy, especially if you target correctly. And right now, your targeting strategy is basically your creative and your copy. That's your best targeting strategy. We used to go for interest, other details, but right now the best way to target is through your creative, is through your ad copy. So make sure that you have very good ad copy, make sure that you have very good creative that speak to the benefit that your audience will get from using your product. So show people their desires, show people how your product actually achieves those desires, and they're going to buy from scratch. And we usually have those conversations on how can you get buyers from scratch, how can you get people to buy from you from scratch without a huge following. And even as you build that following, at least you're building your following and also you're building your bank account. Those are the two things that you need to balance. You don't need a huge following while your bank is still empty. You also need to build up your bank account, right? So the next thing is email marketing. Email marketing is basically about nurturing. Remember that we about that the money is in the follow-ups, right? The money is in the follow-up. So the people who are doing the actions that you need or that actually matter to you, you need to retarget them. You need to follow them up because that's where the money is. It's in the follow-up. So maybe have email marketing set up in your business such that those people who are leaving product on the cart, you're able to follow them up. Those people who have probably not checked out completely, you can follow them up. And you can also remember that you're going to do a lot. Upfront, you're going to do a lot. You're going to spend a lot of money to reach the right audience. And your cost per acquisition, whether you are going organic or even paid, might exceed the time and money and effort that you're using to capture them, Now, because that might be the case, especially for that first acquisition, you need to have a strategy on how you can increase your lifetime value of that customer. And email marketing comes in handy because then you can nurture. Email marketing is the best in nurturing leads, promoting products, and driving repeat sales. And that's what you want. On the repeat sales, that's what you want your customers to do. You don't want to spend the same amount of energy to acquire a customer that acquired previously. You know, you want, once you acquire them, even if you're going to spend 1,000 to acquire one customer, then in the lifetime of that customer, the repeat sales that they are going to make, at least they are going to make up for the cost of acquisition that you're going to have there. So it's very, very important to understand how you're going to incorporate email marketing, the type of emails that you'll be sending to those people. The open rates, you know, in terms of email marketing, what you'll be trying to do is to see what's the open rate, how many people are clicking and doing the actions that you want them to do. And probably you can put them on a sequence. So once a person clicks on this link, they're able to join on another probably sequence where they are getting different types of emails. So very customized communication that you want to have there. For every person who's doing the action that you want them to do. You know, you don't want to have a generic communication to everyone, especially when you're doing your email marketing. The next one, and the most important, is affiliate marketing. Any digital marketer wants to start an affiliate marketing, you know, where your customers or other people are actually driving and pushing your product for you at a commission. You know, this is a business model that has happened offline. There are so many commission-based marketers out there, and it's possible for you to incorporate that online through affiliate marketing. So you just need to set up a system, whether on your website, where people are able to track their commissions, and that way they will push your product without you having to sell, you know. And when those people are creating content and they are pushing your product, they are vouching for your product or service, you know, that way you're going to get that way, and then you can give up to them. So this is a very, very important aspect of any business. It's very important that you look at how can I incorporate in my own business, how can I incorporate affiliate marketing. And if, let's say, your business, you want to get started in business and you don't have a product, you don't have a service that you can offer, you're fearing which industry into, look for affiliate opportunities, you know, and that way you're going to make a lot of money through affiliate, especially if you understand digital marketing and how you can create content to drive sales for other people's product. And you'll be making money as you sleep. You know, affiliate marketing is the best is the best way for anyone to get started in earning money online. So if you're looking at opportunities, make sure that you look for affiliate marketing. I do have affiliate program for my training programs, and even for the digital marketing masterclass that is happening. And you can click on the link around this live video somewhere. Click on that, join the masterclass that is happening this coming Thursday, you know, and you learn more about how we actually use all these channels to drive sales for businesses. You'll have practical examples, you know, where you have the document that you fill up. You are able to create the strategy the same way that I create strategy for businesses, and also for my own business and for others. So this is an amazing opportunity for you to go ahead and join that masterclass if you would be interested in learning how to actually incorporate this training or these learnings that we are doing here. So the next one is once you understand the fundamentals of digital marketing, then you want to craft or create your digital marketing strategy. Strategy is important because it helps you set the smart goals for your business. What are your goals? Some people's goals is just to reach more people, and you can do that with different types of content that actually will not generate you the sales. So the first thing you want to understand about your business is set those smart goals. So your goals must be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. That has always been the case. Any goal that you set must be smart goal. This ensures that your digital marketing efforts are targeted and effective. So you're not just doing your marketing, you're just not posting to reach more or to just get more clicks. It's something that is affecting your bottom line. Understand how every single marketing that you're doing is affecting your bottom line. And the key performance indicators that you need, one of the major KPI in digital marketing should be your conversion rate. How many you need to reach and how to get one conversion. So if you're getting one conversion for every 100 people or 1,000 people that you're reaching, then you can calculate your conversion rate. If it's 100, then you know that your conversion rate is at 1%. If it's 1,000, then it's at 0. 0. Probably 0.1%. And once you start understanding those numbers for your business, then you understand where your effort should be. The type of content and the type of content you need to create. So if you need to create more content, you can get those sales. You do that. If you need more people with a very good content that is informative, you do that. But it's always looking at what is the best way, and what's that piece of content that you can actually create, and once it reaches enough people, you're able to make the sales that you need. The other type of numbers, KPIs that you need to look at is your click-through rate, your return on investments, because marketing is an investment. You want to look at marketing as an investment, not as an expense. So the much you put in it, you should be able to get a return on it. And that's the way you want to look at it. And if you are able to get a positive ROI from your marketing, then your marketing will scale. You'll be able to scale your business. And scaling, most businesses fail at scaling. When they try to scale, they make losses, right? So you'll find people, if they are doing advertising, they're doing pay-per-click, they're doing Facebook advertising, Google ads, they are unable to generate the sales. They are unable to generate sales for long, so they cannot sustain their campaign for long because there is no return on investment. The return on investment is negative, is 0 point, so they are finding it hard to continue marketing. But once you look at probably things like your lifetime value of your customers, you're looking at the return on investments over the lifetime of that customer, then you start realizing you need to invest in your marketing. And this is whether you're doing it organic or you're doing it through paid advertising. Always look at the return on investment. Look at how much you are making back. So use these KPIs to measure the success of your digital marketing. Be very, very candid about it. Understand what you need to do to improve, because digital marketing is working, but there are some businesses that are finding it so hard to make it work for them. But it's not like it cannot work. It's just you need a better strategy. And one thing that you need to do there is to set clear and measurable goals for your business. So the next thing there you need to do is identifying your target audience and buyer personas. You're creating your business, when you're creating your strategy, your digital marketing strategy, make sure that you have your you identify your target audience, and you create that buyer persona, so that when you're creating content specifically for that person. And sometimes when you're so specific, you'll find that even people who are not your target audience will actually not love your content, because they are not your ideal customers. They don't understand it. They don't understand why you're doing it. So make sure that you do your market research properly to understand your target audiences, demographic, interest, and behaviors. And you can see the way people are creating content on TikTok is probably not the way they are creating it on YouTube, because these are different demographics. And even the way you content on these two platforms is different, you know. So understand your audiences, understand your demographic, understand what type of content when you create is generating you sales. So there is content that generates sales for you, and there is content that, you know, goes viral, makes you popular. So the best chance for you at success is content that is viral and generates you sales. If you can figure out what works and what hits those 2 points, you'll be very, very successful, because you're able now to hit those two very major points: virality and also conversion, right? So those are the two things that you want to look at when you're doing your digital marketing, and when you're identifying your target audience and creating your buyer persona. So when you're creating your buyer persona, be very particular on your buyer persona. So you can create different buyer personas representing the different segments of your target audience. Include information on their needs, challenges, and preferences. Now, for you to be able to create a good customer avatar, there is a set of questions that you need to ask, you know, to ask yourself about that customer persona. Fill them up, come up with a very good, you know, have information about your customers very well laid out, and then create that customer persona. Now, that is very, very key. Identifying your customer persona will help you in creating the content that speaks to that customer, because I'm sure you've seen, probably that content is not generating you the sales, and now you're wondering what to do. Probably most people then turn to, you know, trying to sell yourself to the brands, so that you can partner with brands to drive sales for them. And at some point, you know, you find that even though the type of things they are asking, but because even brands, what they are looking for is sales, right? They are looking for sales. If they're using you as an influencer, their target, or they're using an influencer in their marketing, they want sales from you, right? They want sales from the engagement that they are going to do with you. But once they realize that all what they are getting is the likes, the comments, and now they are known, there is a question that comes up, you know, okay, we have now had very good following, but we can't convert this. This is not a good audience for us. You know, it's because they never did their buyer persona, and they are engaging those people who are just popular, as opposed to people who have their target audience. So very, very important that you understand your customer persona. Your customer persona is going to help you identify the type of people that you're going to engage, and also you'll be able to track. You know, it's very, very critical that you track the people who are either visiting your website, people who are contacting you. That is very, very key. If you do nothing else when you're doing digital marketing, make sure that you're tracking. That's how you start making data-driven decisions. That's how you are able to, you know, with a very small audience, make huge amounts of money, because you're driven by the data, you're driven by your ideal customer avatar. So make sure when you're crafting, when you're doing your target audience, make sure that your buyer persona is actually your buyer, right? And you could look at the people who are buying from you. Who are they? You know, where do they work? What type of content are they consuming online? You know, and what type of content actually drives them to take the action that you want them to take, so that that type of content is what you replicate, that's what you repeat, and that's what you create for them, you know, because it will speak to their specific needs. Now, the next thing there that you want to think about is developing your unique value proposition. Important aspect. If you cannot tell even the staff you're working with what's your unique value proposition or what value you are giving to your customers, then at the end of it all, you cannot communicate that to the customer, and you know, you'll be speaking here and there, and they will never make a decision, because a confused mind never makes a decision. So you want to be very, very clear about your value proposition. And you know, your UVP helps to clearly define and communicate the company's unique value to potential customers, helping to emotionally connect your business to your customers. That is key. Now, in crafting your UVP, we usually have a set of questions, you know, that we ask about your product, about your services. And from there, that's where you come up with your unique value proposition. It's not just something that you say, it's something that is felt by your customers, you know. So whether we are even going to use your customer feedback to help us define our unique value proposition, we are going to use that, because sometimes business owners want to talk about value proposition from the customer gets, and when they speak to the customer is getting totally different value from your services or from your product. So it's very, very important to speak according to the language the customer is using, and then define your value proposition according to that language, you know, because then when you're creating your content and you're communicating, you're able to connect at the emotional level. And remember that most people make their decisions emotionally, and then they try to justify that decision rationally, you know. So always connect with your customers at the emotional level, and then give them information that, you know, that they are able now to rationalize their decision that they have already made, right? So those are the type of things that you want to craft or bring out from your value proposition when you're crafting it. So you need to identify the problem, identify the target audience, your competitive differentiation, benefits, able to communicate effectively about the benefits your customers are getting. And also the value proposition should be clear, be very clear on that. Then talk about, understand the key features and other things that we identify when you're doing when we are crafting the UVP. And we have a list. When we are doing this for customers, we do have a list of questions that people fill up, and then you submit them back. And then with the help of the team, we are able to craft a good value proposition for your business, you know, something that speaks to your target audience. So this is something that is very, very important when you're doing your marketing. So the next thing is integrating offline and online marketing. So this is important. So people think that online marketing is only doing things online, but if you cannot integrate it with the offline, then it is not going to be that effective. Remember, it's these people still want to have one-on-ones. You know, people want to feel, touch, and see. So online is just one way of helping you put your marketing on steroid, reach more people, get those leads. But it's very important to bring those leads offline, have a way that you can interact with people, you know, because that way they are going to trust you more. They are going to understand what you're doing. Don't just leave it at the online level. Ensure that you have opportunities for people to reach you or for people to interact with you, whether it's through events, you know, in an offline platform or you know, environment. So it's possible, you know, crafting an omni-channel marketing. So set systems in your business that allow seamless customer experience across channels, both online and offline. Very, very important. Then the strategies for integration, you can integrate offline marketing efforts such as events and print advertising with online strategies to create a cohesive marketing approach. So make sure that you understand, how am I going to incorporate all those different, both online and offline opportunities and marketing efforts, you know, to drive you know, one message to your customers. Understand how you're going to do that. So now it's possible, if you are interested, to actually see and implement the strategies that we've talked about, learning how to define your target audience, your UVP, your customer personas. If you would want to learn how you can actually do those things, make sure that you join the Digital Marketing Masterclass, happening every Thursday from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. every Thursday. And you're going to get 1 month access to the 10x Digital Marketing Masterclass course that has several modules there, and you're going to learn how to craft all the things that we've talked about. We give you the tools, the workbooks, you know, that you can use to do that, to implement, because you know, implementation is key. Then we are going to have a 2-hour live session. So on Thursday from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., we are going to have a live session where we go deeper into the actual implementation. We are going to talk about online sales generation strategy. I'm going to give you that strategy template that I have. It's an Excel-based template, and I'm going to show you how to fill it up. Then the next one that we are going to have there is, if you complete it, we are going to have a certificate of completion. I'll be giving you that certificate of completion. So register now. Go ahead and register now for that masterclass. A link is around this video somewhere, so you can check on the caption. You can check on the link on my bio. If you're on TikTok, check the link on my bio. If you're on YouTube, it should be on the description. If you are on Facebook, it's somewhere on the description of this video. So you have the opportunity to join. So we have already had 60 students enrolled so far, and some of the feedback, the participants, as an eye-opener, they are describing it as enlightening, very practical, very insightful. So join there and give us your name. We want to have as many words describing this masterclass as possible from different people. So that one there is a feedback I got from one of the participants, and they said the masterclass was great value. I have been studying marketing for a while, and I really haven't had things explained in a simple, clear, and practical way as you did, you know, and the tools are great too. I especially like the value journey worksheet, and of course, the marketing toolkit spreadsheet just takes the guesswork out of most things, and kind of forces someone to do the thinking work that we most times know. Very, very practical tools that I give, very practical things. It's about implementation. It's not just about learning, you know. And this is another one who said I found it empowering. So I should add empowering on that feedback, you know, the describing it. So empowering in the strategy to employ. it's broken down to steps to execute, so that when I think of marketing, I will have a task to do, and it will be within a framework with a clear goal. So much needed, since other tasks at work quickly override and take over my time. So you can see how important this is for customers. So this is a quote that I really love using, that knowledge is not power. Knowledge is not power anymore. Knowledge is now everywhere. The proliferation of knowledge, anybody has the knowledge. So it's no longer the power. The power is in implementation. And very few people are able to implement. Very few people are implementing the things they learn. And that's where the power lies. It lies in implementation, not just knowledge. So thank you very much. We now have Daniel Mutuko with us. I don't know. Let me do this. Let me stop this